So, YouTube anime lovers, the finale of Seraph for the end couldn't get any better, and it couldn't end even weirder. So we left off on the last episode of this massive war between humans and humans versus vampires. You showed up on the scene, cutting down some vampires, seeing Gurren, and basically got attacked at. So now we're on this episode where like Gurren is attacking you and Mika, and it's just like devastating. And after he get past them, this man goes on a rage and kill humans and vampires, just slicing them down. And it's obvious. It's not obvious, but I'm not sure who he's in cahoots with, because Cruel made a deal with him, and you know, um, General Hiragi was like, "Come on, girl, it's time." And he said, "Drink the blood." His sword drank the blood of a human, demon, and a progenitor. I don't know what a progenitor is yet. I mean, only heard vampire speak of. So is he like half vampire? So it's just a lot that's going through my mind. A lot of questions that isn't answered. And as soon as he killed, I'll go through the questions at the end. As soon as he like killed like all those people, the mechanical spears like grabbed the bodies and was like sucking up the blood. Then bam, this little girl, which turns out to be Kimizuki sister, and she got angel wings, so obviously it's like she's an angel. And this is what I'm wondering: is these people with trumpets angels? Do they got like she wasn't in the orphanage, like, so was she experimented on? Is um did you know General Hiragi do that to her? So basically, when they tried to control, they eventually controlled her, and like black stuff came out of her, and it was a demon. So technically, is she an angel that's controlling the demon? And Oi said something about the fifth trumpet, the demon of destruction, and they sent something to the demon where he like threw up blobs of himself out there, and they turned to like four of the Horsemen of John lookalikes, and was killing everybody, humans, vampires, it didn't matter. So at that time, Kimizuki was like, "What are you guys doing to my sister?" Ran up there. Gurren caught him, stabbed him, was like, "Don't move, kid," and pushed him down. I was like, "Damn." And then, you ran up and was fighting him. He had an open blow where he could have killed Gurren, but he didn't. And he basically grabbed Gurren's collar, was like, "Aren't we still family?" Gurren obviously is possessed because he was crying. And he stabbed you. So, excuse me. It's getting pretty crazy. So, Mika ends up carrying you, out of harm's way, while Yoichi and Mitsuba, I think that's the girl name, is like trying to get uh Kimizuki. So, you know, the typical you thing happened where Mika's like, "Let's go. I'm your family. Don't worry about them." You's like, "No, they're all my family. Gurren, Shinoa, Kimizuki, Yoichi, Mitsuba, and you. They're all my family." And when he looks at Mika, he's still bleeding. Obviously, he can't heal from the cuts that the demon monsters is giving him. So, you does the unthinkable. He says, "All I have to do is defeat that demon, right?" Stabs himself. Now he's like unconscious, and is talking to the demon, Archiramaru. And, he says, "I'm sorry. I have to betray you this time." And he picks up the trumpet and, blow it. So he turns to the King of Salt, the second trumpet, and when I say he kind of look cool, because he got this power where he can just summon salt, and it like turns anything it touched to salt. So definitely cool. He ends up defeating the demon in a kind of cool way, stabbing it. Then he kind of like I don't want to say a halo, but it was like two rings popped on him, and then turned the demon to salt. So you know he was eventually going to kill all the humans until he grabbed his sword. And he grabbed his sword. Orochimaru was like, I'm glad you still need me and you asked for help, but in order for me to stop this and control this, I got to do this. And she kind of like turned him to a demon because he grew horns and knocked him unconscious. So of course all the group ran with him. We find out Narami's power is barrier. Like he's a defensive person. He like put his trident on the ground. It was a big ass wall that appeared to stop Gurren and them from getting you. So it ran. And the next scene of the episode was 4 months later, and they were seeing them in normal clothes with their weapons. So I'm like, wow, they're really like on their own now. And they're laughing and joking on you like a normal family, which it's kind of nice to see they accepting Mika now. But this is the weirdest part. Like they was talking to you, and Mika looked back, and you was walking to the water. And he was just like, it's about to rain, like knee deep in the water. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you in the water? So that was the end of the episode, and I can't wait for season 3. It gotta be a season 3. I'm so like into this. I'm willing to read the manga now. Rate wise, this is definitely, I don't want to say the best anime of the year. Will it crack my top 10? Most definitely. Definitely better than the first one. This anime is definitely recommendable. I will recommend it if you're into action, and if you're into like swords and like swordplay kind of way. But the questions I have in the end is, question number 1: is Gurren, whose side is he on? Like in the end, when it said 4 months later, it did show Gurren with Lieutenant Hiragi. So is he on the human side or the demon side? Oh, and I didn't even say it. Lord Ferret and Crowley took down Cruel. He sucked her blood and killed her. I'm like, drained her blood. I'm like, I thought she was supposed to be way stronger than that. So that kind of made me mad, because I'm like, for her to be in charge, she was supposed to play a bigger role than that. Like, you could at least have like a cool kind of fight between her versus Ferret and Crowley. That would have been definitely dope, but excuse me, I guess it wasn't enough in the budget. But yeah, first question was, well, whose side is Gurren on? Will he ever snap out of it? Second question is, was that ending like Yu's way of like kind of controlling his, like, is like his angel form like rubbing onto him? Third is he actually, is them angels? Like, I assume they're angels because of the trumpets, and then like the first season, like the angels came out, and she was like, oh, sometimes angels are more terrifying than demons, which is true. And when he did turn, he was like, all sinners must die. And that's kind of how he was then. He was like, you humans disgust me, you will become the pillar of salt. So I'm just like, he has to be an angel. But I kind of wish they could make the angel like, he don't look like an angel. He had black wings. And same with the girl, like, she's supposed to be an angel, but she like summon a demon. Can angels summon demons? I guess I'm looking to it too much, but most definitely though, gotta be a season 3. Hopefully it come out, sometime this year. And speaking of sometime this year, I will put up a video of what I want to watch. The winter season of 2016. Yeah. So with that said, be on the lookout. Tell me what you think of this anime. Thoughts, comments, and thoughts. Comments in the comments below. Sorry I had to repeat that. It didn't sound right. But peace out, YouTube.